Bitcoin bulls are defending 9K. Will it hold? Yes or no? That is the main question. Hello Adrian, and welcome back to another episode of the Dang Oracle. Yes, you are still watching the right channel. It is just the Dang Oracle just had a haircut. So if you are surprised, yes, it is still me. Don't worry, you are on the right channel. Anyways, wanted to wish you all the best on this beautiful Thursday evening, and we still have one more day to go before the week ends and the weekend starts. So quite a lot of things happening today, and something that we were looking forward to, and we have been talking about for quite some time now. Is everything confirmed? Well, of course nothing is fully confirmed just yet, but there's a lot of interesting things happening right now, and yeah, we can discuss that in a while, of course. But first, let me welcome the hardcore crew once again. Hi Ahmed, hi Darren, hi Lex, hi Carl, hi John, hi Michael, hi Lex, hi Gil, hi Planet. Hey, I'm on call. So while everybody is streaming in, let's take a look on the infographic or the numbers of COVID to see if something is going on. We are at 3.5 million cases right now. And hi Planet. We are at 3.5 million right now for the US, and Brazil is well, very close to 2 million cases. Hi Rip, Van Winkle. India, we are close to 1 million cases right now, and India at 750,000. Let's take a look on how it looks on the chart. Most likely nothing that much different though. 13.5 million, over 13.5 million cases overall. Hi Tina. And well, the chart is no longer flattening or anything like that, so that means nothing much different. Everything is spiking towards the upside, also in the top 6 countries, and yeah, and the other countries, affected countries, it's not looking good as well. The only new thing is, of course, now the American president is finally willing to wear a mask. Apparently that's something that is necessary during a pandemic. Anyways, so where should we start off with? Where should we? Let's start with Bitcoin for today. Let's start with Bitcoin. What happened yesterday? Let's analyze the daily candle close just first. So the daily, as we've been talking about, it has been the past 2 days. We've been flip-flopping around the EMA 21 and basically ranging between those two zones. But then the last 2 days we did end up closing below the EMA 21, which is obviously not a very good sign as well. And as we've told you, we've been speaking about it before, we are nearing this apex as well, and we were wondering, is it going to be towards the downside or is it going to be towards the upside? And today, well, this morning, basically, we closed below the EMA 55, which is obviously not a very good thing to do as well. But more important than that, we started a downtrend, and right now we are actually below, as you can see, below the support trend line that we have been forming for a really long time right now. Is it confirmed just yet? Of course it's not confirmed yet, because this is the daily candle that we are forming right now. Is it looking good? Obviously it's not looking very good, but yeah, so tomorrow basically on a daily basis we can confirm if we actually have a break of this pattern towards the downside, yes or no, and that will basically confirm things on the daily case. On the 4-hour, on the short-term case, we have a lot more clarity already, as you can see right now as well. What I've been talking about before, we have been forming this rising channel, right? We have our low here, and we have a bounce here, as you can see here, and then we have a higher low once again here, and then we have a higher low once again here, And so basically we were technically in an uptrend on the shorter time frames, on the lower time frames. And what happened is, well, we broke below and outside and down out of this channel, right, as you can clearly see right now. And on the 4-hour, we do see that we have a confirmation that we are in a downtrend because, or that we have broken the pattern because, of course, we already have closed our 4-hour candle below and outside of this channel already, as you can see. Boop. And actually, as you can see, we basically closed just below that green box, as you can see. Then it pushed down even further down, and of course our first resistance, our first support level, as I've talked to you guys before, is this VWAP ratio here at 9,070. That has been tested right now, and as you can see right now, it's still holding that 9,070 or 9,080 level, and let's see if we get if we break it in the next 4 hours or in the next day, yes or no, because that is basically what I'm waiting for. Right now, if we are looking on the very short term, we do see that RSI and everything is on the very low end right now, but it has not really bottomed just yet for me. So there's still a little bit of space towards the downside. So do we close below this support line, a 9,080, yes or no, on the next 4 hours? If we don't close above it, like I said before, most likely we will be ending up towards the CN line at this area here, at around 8,950, as you can see, 8,950 area, which is the most probable scenario at this moment in time. Like I said, if we don't hold this area here. If we do hold this area, I do expect us to be bouncing back up once again, most likely retesting the previous pattern where we have broken down from, so something like this, and then it will come back down most likely towards that area anyways. So two key areas to be looking at is, of course, the EMA 55. Since we basically broke down from that area, that's the key area to be looking at. And then the EMA 100, the CN line here, if we do bounce there, I do believe that we won't have an immediate full break of this whole structure, because I do see that the traditional markets is currently basically moving sideways, sort of like consolidating sideways. So do I expect immediately a breakdown of Bitcoin? It's definitely possible. So two things that we have to be very, very aware of. Do we hold this level here at 8,950? If we do close the daily below it, definitely that will definitely trigger the next drop towards the downside. Like I said, and I keep basically saying the same thing. I do expect us to go down to around 8.5k. That is something that I've been saying for quite some time, and it's taking its time before it's going back down there, right? So, but now, like I said, more and more confirmations are happening right now. And why do I think that we will be coming back to 8.5k? Well, first of all, you can see the red line here. That's the 200 simple moving average on the daily. I think that's a very nice spot as well. And if we are looking at the confluence, we can clearly see this is basically the area where we have bounced off on the in the second month in February, as you can see, off from as well, right before we broke down from there. But there's a lot of power, like support and confluence on that area, as you can see in the past as well. As you can see here as well, at that area we actually topped out in 2019 in October, and then we got pushed back down on that area as well. So a lot of confluence in the past on that area. And together with the moving averages, it makes all the sense in the world that we hit somewhere around there. Are we going to immediately get there towards down there? Like I said, most likely it's not going to be happening immediately, because the traditional markets are still holding on all the areas, right? So Well, hacking happens, right? Hacking happens. Shit happens. Hacking happens on with everything. So I wouldn't use that as an excuse or anything like that. It's just the market has been just pretty weak, like I keep saying. But everybody's saying the hash ribbons is printing a buy signal. Everything is going to the moon. It's gonna make me rich. Well, it's gonna make you rich maybe in next year, not maybe not now. No, to be honest, like I said, in the midterm, everything still looks really good. I'm not necessarily bearish on Bitcoin or anything like that. I'm just saying most likely we will have a small pullback, a nice and healthy pullback to like 7.5k in the next month or something like that, and then we'll figure it out if we bounce from there. But like I said, that's a macro term. That's for me. I mean, not only for me, for most people, that's still a while to go, right? The first, but what I do believe is, okay, so if we start breaking this area here, the 9,080, if we close below it in the next 4 hours or something like that, then yeah, most likely I do believe that we'll be getting a quick push down towards here, around 8,950, right? The dump is definitely not because of the hacking. It's definitely not because of the hacking. Actually, it should make people be more bullish, because the hack is asking for people to be to be sending them Bitcoin, right? And how can you send Bitcoin to them? You have to buy Bitcoin first before you can send it to them. So it's actually not it's not actually not that bad. It brings more news, Bitcoin in the news as well, not in a positive way, obviously, but news is good news. So more people are aware of Bitcoin, and they're going to look into like, hey, what is this Bitcoin? What is this internet money? That's basically, so it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Anyways, the dump is definitely not because of the hacking, right? The dump is definitely not the hacking. The dump is because we are resolving this whole structure here. That is basically what the dump is causing, and the dump is causing because this is most likely, like I said, nothing is confirmed just yet, but most likely this is distribution and not accumulation. And we've been giving a lot of arguments, and we've been flip-flopping back and forth for many times about it already. But like I said, I've been I've been saying the same thing, and it has been taking a really long time before any real structure has been broken. And right now, the structure has been broken, but it has not been confirmed just yet. So for people who want to still understand, when are we going to be breaking the structure is, of course, when we will have a daily candle close below the 9k area, or where we are at right now, once this candle gets confirmed. But on the shorter time frame, it did get confirmed already. So like I said, it's like a domino game. You move from the smaller time frames into the higher time frames, and basically that causes the whole domino effect and things to be falling towards the downside. But right now, in the very short term, what we want to be seeing is, do we hold this level, yes or no, right? Do we hold this level here on the 4 hour? So that's why I'm very interested to see in the next 15 minutes if the bears are going to be pushing the price all the way towards the downside. So like I said, if the bears are pushing down, most likely we'll be seeing later tonight around 8,950. Do I think that we will have a bounce there? Most likely we will have a bounce there. The reason is very simple. Everything will be oversold and blah 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 blah, right? So most likely we'll get a bounce there. Is that going to be the end of it? Very unlikely is going to be the end of it. We'll have a small bounce, anemic bounce, let's put it like that, and then yeah, most likely we're gonna keep on going down. That's basically it. Where am I going to take my profit with my short? Well, that's a good question. It will depend on what will happen in the next daily close. For now, I'm not interested in closing anything at all. For me, where am I going to think about taking any profits? Most likely around the 8.6k area. So what I'm thinking about is starting to take profits around this area in the purple line here. at 8,600, 8,700, 8,600, around that area. Most likely I'll start taking profits here, but the main idea is still the same, around the 8,500 ish area, a little bit higher than that. 8,550 most likely is where I will be fully closing my position, but I haven't fully decided on that just yet. But there's no need to be, I mean, at least for now, there's definitely no need to be any thinking or worrying. Like, this is the most relaxed you can ever be, right? Because I am a short, and a short from 9,350, as you know. So, you know, what are the odds that that we break back up here, right? So yeah, yeah. So Ahmed, that's a very very good question. We'll have to analyze it from there. But on this area, the 8.5k, I will most likely be longing that. I will most likely be longing it. I will most likely be longing the 8.5k area. The reason why is, well, I'll give you the very nice and simple answer is the following. As you can see here on the heat map, you can see down here at 8,500 is a gigantic yellow line. As you can see, a lot of positions right there on the heat map. So will I be longing on the 8.5k? Yeah, I'll most likely be longing the 8.5k. So yeah, that's definitely something that that I'll be interested in. So I don't really think that it's going to be immediately a breakdown or something like that, right? So I don't think so. Nikolai, it really depends on the next candle close, what we will be seeing. Do we get that retest or do we get that break? So you'll have to, I mean, I would just wait it out right now and not do anything at all, because we are at a very key point right now here, right? Like, as you can see, we are at a very key point here. Do we continue the downward trend at the next close? Yes or no? Then most likely it will just push down towards the downside immediately without a small bounce or anything like that. But afterwards it will have a bounce. I do believe that even if we do, like I said, even if we go back down here at 8,950, most likely we will have a nice bounce back, maybe back towards the green box area, right? And then go back down, something like this. Something like this is basically what I'll be expecting. Like 3 drives, usually it's 3 drives towards the downside, and then we'll form some major bullish divergence, and then from the 8.5k, maybe we will not reach 8.5k, right? Maybe we'll not reach 8.5k. Maybe it will be a little bit higher because of the positions, and people will be front running things a little bit, right? But you know, we'll get there when we're near there, right? Right now we are just, you know, aiming to try to get as much profit as we can on the short term, right? On the short term. But right now, ooh, it's this is starting to break, as you can see here. That's gonna be a nice break. If this level does break, yeah, then like I said, most likely 8,950, the lower like 9,000 area is most likely next once again. So all eyes on that. So in 10 minutes we can continue the short-term analysis of Bitcoin. What I wanted to go over is the traditional markets, of course, because a lot of interesting things happened, and I wanted to follow up and show you guys how basically when we were discussing the traditional markets, how it was affecting the cryptocurrency market. And this is the perfect example how confluent everything is, right? So when we were looking at Nasdaq yesterday, remember when I told you that most likely we will be either going sideways or basically ranging in between those two, in between those two areas on the top and towards the downside. And as you can see, it made a pullback, and now currently we are below the 10 simple moving average, once again showing that most likely that this is a local top. Like I said, most likely it's a local top. So for sure, the weekly divergence has not been confirmed just yet. The weekly divergence has not been confirmed yet, but like I said, if this is pushing a pullback down, most likely we'll be retesting the zone, the 10,350 area or the EMA 21 before we get another bounce towards the upside. That if that is the direction of the traditional market, then most likely Bitcoin is going to do a very similar path, right? So it means that Bitcoin is most likely going to take a push down first. So basically by just watching this green candle of today, this red candle of today crashing the price below the 10 simple moving average, you kind of could be already expecting like, okay, well, Bitcoin is going to be breaking that structure towards the downside rather than the upside, right? So very important. But like I also said before, I don't think that this structure is going to be breaking immediately. We most likely will get a bounce, something like this, and then maybe on a later spot it will break down, right? So when this bounces, Bitcoin is going to be bouncing as well, most likely. So that's the reason why I'm not 100% bearish on Bitcoin, and I do believe that we'll most likely get another bounce from that 8.8, 8.9K area, right? But let's see. I mean, crazier things, people in panic, people in fear do crazy things, right? Very similar on the S&P, like we've analyzed yesterday, right? I've told you guys, if the question is, does the S&P here make a new all-time, make a breakthrough from this previous high? And as you can see, it was struggling yesterday, and then as you can see, what happened is we broke towards the downside rather than the upside. And once again, S&P showing the direction of Bitcoin. So just by looking at this candle of today, we could clearly see that most likely Bitcoin is going to be pushing towards the downside rather than the upside, right? So very similar analysis on from basically following up from yesterday. Let's take a look at Link. Link was quite interesting as well, right? So Link did make a higher high, and that's very important, right? So yesterday we were looking at the charts and we were saying, well, potential, and that was the keyword, potential bearish divergence on the daily, but it did make a higher high, and now the bearish divergence is gone, right? It got eliminated on the daily chart. But if we go down, of course, on, for example, the 4-hour chart, we can clearly see that we do have a bearish divergence right now on the 4-hour chart. As you can see here, if we go from this point to this point, we created a higher high, and from this point to this point, we created a lower high, right? Clearly bearish divergence on the 4-hour chart. So that made us basically push the pullback towards the downside, right? So on the 4-hour chart, we don't have we definitely have a pullback right now on the 4-hour chart. Where do I think that this is most likely be going? Most likely we're gonna go back to our pivot line, as you can see here. Like I said, eventually it's gonna go back to like $6.5 or something like that, and that's gonna cause a lot of tears and a lot of crying, but that's just what it will do, because after a gigantic move towards the upside, it will always have a retracement. So yeah, eventually when Bitcoin is going to be pulling down, Link is going to go towards $6.5 or something like that, and then you can pick up some Link once again and ride it a little bit towards the upside once again, depending on the whole situation, of course. But like I said yesterday, this green box area is although it went, as you can see, it went up a little bit higher than the green box, pretty much the top of what I do think that that altcoins is in at right now. And well, we can also see it on the Bitcoin dominance chart, right? So Bitcoin dominance is now going back up, as you can see, and we've formed this falling wedge sort of, and as you can see, this was a key point, and then now it's going back up. So what does that mean for altcoins? a lot of pain, a lot of pain for altcoins when this is, for example, going up back to around the 65-ish area. Then all the altcoins are gonna get massively sold off once again into Bitcoin, and then yeah, it's gonna be in pain. That's basically what is going to be happening with Link. Let's take a quick look at Tesla. Because it's pretty much the same thing that we have talked about also on yesterday. Tesla, as you can see here, looks like a blow off top, right? It looks very, very, very nicely as a blow off top. Like I said, do I think that we immediately will breaking down? Yes or no? No, I don't think we're going to immediately break all down. But yeah, what I'm expecting is back to around the $1,000 level. Eventually, is going to be happening, like, you know, slowly, and then back to this area here, which, as you can see here, a lot of support on the previous area. So around the $1,000 is where most likely Tesla is going to be ending up at. And right now, if we are looking at the pre-market, it already crashed another close to $80 right now. So it's below 1,500. So yeah, if the poster boys are starting to pull back, that's of course when things can get really, really dicey, right? So Link, $6.5. Just remember that that number. Most likely around that. Oh, what am I saying? Not 6.5. This area, this green box here, this area here, this green box here. Yeah, which is around $4.50. Sorry, my bad. So just half the price, just half the price, 50% discount, guys, 50% discount. So yeah, $4.50 around that area is $4.60, something like that. Yeah, $4.60, something like that, is where most likely it's going to be ending up eventually, not immediately, like I said, but eventually it's going to be with bounces along the way towards the downside, right? So, but to be clear, right now there is still no bearish divergence on the daily, so we might get another stab towards the upside. But of course, with Bitcoin going towards the downside, once again, more unlikely that we have enough power to be pushing towards the upside, even for something as crazy as a Link right now, right? So yeah, I've said it before the last couple of days, altcoins, be very, very careful, be very, very careful. And if there are people, and that's a little bit of the problem, right? It's like I see a lot of still a lot of YouTubers and channels and stuff like that to be saying to buy altcoins and stuff like that. I think that's a very, very bad idea. You don't buy altcoins when we had a major outbreak towards the upside. You buy altcoins when they are basically flat and dead. That's basically what you should be doing. So yeah, I would be very, very careful. But once again, that's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. You still do what you want to do with your own money. If you want to put it into shit coins and then cry afterwards that it dumped 50%, that is on you. And if you made 100% profits, then you can laugh and you can tell me like, haha, I made 100%, and I'll be happy for you. That's basically how it works. Can you check ONT? Let me see. Ontology in USDT. Let's take a look. Ontology USDT. So right now it is at 0.68 cents. Now, right now it did bounce off the 10 simple moving average on the daily. Okay, that's a correct assessment. But yeah, this most likely this doesn't look good, and I think the pullback is going to be stronger right now, because if you're looking at the short term, it is making a bearish cross towards the downside, as you can see here. So the 10 simple moving average is curling towards the downside. The slope of the EMA 21 is curling towards the downside as well. So this doesn't look good. So most likely it will have a small retest of around this area here, around the, like you said, around the 70 cents, maybe around the 70 cents. Once again, depends on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin is going to be going down more, it won't even reach that level. So be very, I would be, like I said, I would be very careful. What you're saying is correct. There's a possibility that we reach that 70 cents, but I don't know, like for 2 cents, this doesn't look good. This doesn't look good. Crosses over, I would be looking at 0.61 cents, to be honest. The next target, which is the purple line and the red line, the EMA or the EMA or the simple 200 moving average. So most likely the 60 cents, if Bitcoin drops, 60 cents is ontology is very likely, very likely. Am I owning any alt? Yes, I do have some altcoins, but it's only like very small amounts, like 3% of my portfolio. So you can basically forget about it. It's just for me, it's just a lottery ticket. If it does well in a couple of years, then I'll be happy. If it becomes zero or it's worthless, which most likely it will be, then I lost 3% of my portfolio. That's that's basically nothing. I just checked on the Bitcoin dominance. If you missed it, Carl, as you can see here. So this falling wedge here, and it looks like we have a bounce here on this area, and most likely I'm looking at it to be that it will most likely be going back to 65 or something like that. So that doesn't bode well for altcoins. It does not bode well for altcoins. My 3% is yes. Yeah. I don't know. I understand, because when most people started off or entering the crypto industry, most of the people were entering because of an ICO or something like that, right? So it's normal that a lot of people have altcoins, but yeah, you should have exited a long time ago. That's basically what you should have been doing. I know a lot of people are still holding from since the ICO level, and they're like down 95% or something like that, and they're like, please, alt season, where's my alt season, where's my 100% pump? And even with 100% pump, they don't even reach the ICO level or something like that, because it's such a shitty coin. But yeah, sadly enough, that's the reality. Yeah, I would not, like I said, you should be learning how to balance your portfolio, right? So yeah, we have our close, and as you can see right now, Mr. Nikolai, we did close below the 9,080. So yeah, so I do believe that most likely we'll get a rejection, and we'll get more lower towards the 9K area. Trend lines are very subjective, Stan. So it's normal that maybe you think it's inaccurate, but that's how I draw them, and they seem to be working pretty okay for me. So I can't complain on that area, but they are subjective. You should know that, since you can move your trend lines however you want to. But yeah, this close is definitely not good, right? So I do expect this most likely during the nighttime, or later on, we'll be seeing this area be tested. So 8,950 is towards that area. It's okay, Stan. No worries. There's a lot of negative messages sometimes as well. I understand how it is. Everybody has their own opinion, and everybody wants to give out their opinion, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. I do have a problem when people are thinking that their way is always the 100%. That is the correct way, and there's no other way. And that's where the mindset is something very important. I'm okay if you, for example, if you think that trend line should be like this, I'm fine. I'm open to it, and I would be actually be looking at like, okay, well, if I put the trend line the same way as you, okay, cool, that works out really well. But the problem is most people are very close-minded, and they just think like, okay, this is exactly the way that it has to be. It doesn't work like that in technical analysis. More shit coins. Roop. XVG. What the hell is XVG? What is XVG? Let's take a look at XVG. XVG. Let's see what XVG does. Wow. that's a pretty shitty coin. That's a pretty shitty coin. XVG. Can I see? First of all, let me see on the weekly chart first. Oh, it's a dead heartbeat. What do you know? Look at this. Look at this beautiful dead heartbeat chart. That's basically what I always do on the weekly. By the way, don't be offended about it. Let's take a look on the daily to have a more closer look on the daily. Not good. So as you can see here, very similar actually to Bitcoin. It got rejected here on this high level, and now it's barely holding the EMA 55 on the daily. This is going towards the EMA 200. So back to 0.048 around this purple area. So this is getting around that area most likely, not immediately, but eventually. We can clearly see it also here on the 4 hour. Currently below all oh, sorry, god damn it, currently below all moving averages as well. Oops, sorry. As you can see here, below all moving averages, below the EMA 21, below the EMA 55, blah blah blah, all of them, even though you got this little pump, volume is very of course it's a shit coin, so the volume is really meaningless on this. This is just a pump and dump, right? So this is just a pump and dump. I would get out, definitely get out as soon as possible. Definitely as soon as possible. This is horrible. This is horrible. But once again, don't feel too offended when I'm calling every shitcoin a shitcoin. To be honest, I'll probably say it from for every altcoin. But in this case, I mean, look at this volume. I mean, look at this volume. It's just that's the reason why I hate trading altcoins. There's just so low volume. You can do all kinds of crazy stuff. One guy can just pump it up for like 20% and then dump it all the way back down. Buy back? No, I would never buy it back. I would just dump it and forget about it and move on with your life. Move on with your life. Find something else. That's what I would do. Dump that shit coin and forget about it. Anyways, XTZ. Let's take a look at XTZ. Let's take a look at XTZ. XTZ. Let's take a look on the daily first. XTZ. Why it keeps drawing this when delaying. Let's take a look. XTZ did pump here, but this looks like a toppy formation, to be honest. A toppy formation. So basically, this was the this pattern here is the accumulation towards the upside here. So I think it looks very toppy. XTC. And my chart is gone. My chart is gone. Holy fuck, my chart is gone. Wait, let me refresh it. No, where's my chart? Hello, where is my chart? Let's reset it. Okay, there's my chart. 1 second, let me take a look on the on the weekly chart first. On the weekly chart, did bounce off on the 10 simple moving average on the weekly. 1 second, yeah. Yeah, did bounce off on the weekly on the 10 simple moving average, but looks very toppy. The main reason why I'm thinking this is very toppy is because here, right, it's the previous all-time high that is trying to break here since February. It most likely it looks very toppy. Yeah, right now body of the daily is already below the middle of the previous candle. I would wait it out and see how the daily closes on XTZ, but looks more toppy than anything else to me. Let's take a look on the 4 hour. 4 hour did bounce off on the EMA 21 right now. Let's see how far this one goes, but this looks, as you can see, this is a typical reversal pattern, right? Typical reversal pattern, but I would not judge it completely just yet. I would say I would wait it a little bit out, but if this if you see like some 4 hour candle closes below the EMA 21 here, below this area here, it's a reversal, and it's most likely over for XTZ as well. Do we see some divergences? Let me see if there's any divergences on the chart. Yeah, there's also 4 hour bearish divergence, as you can see. If this is confirmed as a local top, which is most likely it's getting confirmed very soon, here we can see bearish divergence as well on the 4 hour chart. So yeah, looks toppy, but it's going to be very, very similar for every fucking shitcoin that it's toppy and anything. So Link is showing the way. So if Link starts retracing, you can forget about, you can just think about it like this: if Link retraces, every fucking altcoin is going to be retracing because that's the hero. Similar for the traditional markets. Tesla, when Tesla is topping out and retracing, that's when everything is going towards down as well, right? So yeah, doesn't look good. Let's take a look at ZIL. Why today is completely shitcoins shitcoin day, right? Let me take a look on ZIL. Once again, ZIL is, oh, wow, my god, that's maybe on another exchange because the volume is so damn low. Let's take a look on Binance, maybe has more volume. Wow, does not look good at all. This definitely does not look good at all. Silica. So look at this on the daily. Got rejected. This is a full-on reversal. Did bounce off here on the EMA 55 on the daily, but this thing is definitely gonna go down more. This thing is definitely gonna go down more. Yeah, EMA 100 most likely is the next stop. When this EMA 55 breaks, it's most likely going towards the EMA 100. And if we are looking at the 4 hour, it's most likely already starting to break. Yeah, it's already breaking right now. Next stop, most likely 0.016 is most likely the next stop. This doesn't look good at all. This yeah, it's gonna retrace all the way back down, to be honest. Yeah, not good. Silica, not good at all. Okay, let's go for ERD. ERD. What is ERD? ERD is Elrond. Okay, let's see what Elrond is doing. Let's take a look first on the daily. Elrond is this looks good. This looks good, but very similar to Link, I would say. Looks like a super bull run, as you can see from since March, basically a super bull run towards the top. But this looks toppy as well. This looks toppy. Very similar to Link, but not confirmed just yet. The only thing is what we're seeing is right now, if we are looking at the 4 hour chart, as you can see, a bearish divergence most likely. Let's see if we have bearish divergence. No, we don't have bearish divergence on the 4 hour chart. That's So yeah, it's still strong. It's still strong. No bearish divergence, but yeah, this once again, this formation here where you have like this insane wick candle here, it does not show any strength at all, to be honest. So yeah, this is coming back for sure as well. So looks toppy, but overall you should have made, I mean, this chart look really good. If you've bought since March, holy fuck, you made a shitload of money, right? You made a shitload of money. Yeah, yes, Jay Constant, never below 9K again. Let's see by I would say by tomorrow, most likely. Let's see if you're still correct, if we are never going below 9K again. But yeah, I think by tomorrow or what day of tomorrow? Yeah, by tomorrow or Monday next week, most likely will be below 9K, to be honest. But yeah, ERD, it's very similar like Link. No confirmations just yet. Not even bearish divergence on the lower time frames. So that's pretty impressive, to be honest. So I would wait it out, but it doesn't. Like I said, it's gonna be very similar for every altcoin. Like I said, just look at the poster boy. If poster boy starts to dump, I would get out of every altcoin, to be honest. That's basically what I would be doing. Is it my opinion better to buy BTC and go offline? Right now, I would be shorting. That's basically what I'm doing. shorting Bitcoin. That's basically what I'm doing. I would be trying. I'm my pretty much my whole portfolio is in a short right now. Almost everything is in a short right now. That's what I'm doing to make some money while things pull back towards the downside. Is it very wise to go into USDT and just go on holidays? Sure, that's a good thing as well. Then you won't lose any value, right? Although the Dixie and the dollar is not doing too well as well, but that's another thing. The dollar is not doing that great. But anyways, one more. Let's do one more. VChain. Okay, VChain. I'll be the last one that I'm gonna do. VChain. Let's take a look. So VChain, nice push towards the upside, but yeah, this once again it looks very toppy to me as well right now. Let's take a look on the lower time frames. Lower time frames already 4 hours starts to confirm below the EMA 21, 2 candles below it, so an open and a close below it. So yeah, looks very toppy to me. Most likely a pullback as well towards the downside. So yeah, it's not that much different from anything else, right? So yeah, looks very toppy as well for me. So yeah, enough shitcoins. Did we cover all the shitcoins? We covered all the shitcoins. Do I recommend? No, I would not get into Tesla, Tina. The Tesla is over. Don't do it. Don't do it. Tesla is going to be. It's going to, like I said, wait until Tesla is back around 1,000 and buy it. That's what I'm gonna be waiting at and working at. Anyways, back to our good old Bitcoin. Bitcoin. Where are we at right now? We are at 9,083. We're making a small push towards the upside right now, but like I said, very likely this is going to be rejected very soon. Although Jay Constant doesn't believe me, but we'll see if we are right or not by tomorrow. It's going to be very quick. I do believe that we will be breaking the 9K area most likely today, tomorrow, maybe Monday or something like that, but pretty confident that we'll be breaking the 9K once again towards the downside with everything is showing right now. Let's take a look at the expected moves charts. Expected moves, what are you saying? Expected moves is saying first standard deviation to the top side is 9,161. not that great, isn't it? Not that great. And first standard deviation to the downside is a 9,004. God damn it, it wouldn't break my 9K. Maybe it won't break today. Maybe tomorrow then. But anyways, Stokes are, as you can see on the 12-hour, still very, 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 very low, right? Very low on the daily. Let's take a look on the daily. Stokes curling down on the daily, as you can see. Like momentum is definitely wow, look at this. RSI is in the bearish control zone right now. Not good. The 4-hour, let's take a look on the 4-hour. 4-hour curling towards the downside as well. On the RSI is it's curling up a little bit because it was very, very low, right? It was very low. Like I said, a very small anemic bounce. 9 point. I don't wanna make some guesses or anything like. Maybe back into in the 9.1K ish areas. Maybe not even that high, to be honest. I don't think high. Right. I'm still in a short, moving average 63. You should have known. You should know that because you should be watching my channel every day. I'm still in a short from 9,350. So that's pretty awesome, isn't it? Yeah. Like I said, this whole structure does not look good at all. Everything is confirming more downside towards the more continuation towards the downside, and yeah, I think very high probability that we'll be breaking the 9K area later tonight, maybe tomorrow, or maybe during the night, maybe when stock market is going to be opening. Yeah, somewhere down there. But like I said, for me, once again, on the short term, the structure is broken. The midterm, the structure is not broken just yet on the midterm because the daily has not confirmed just yet. The daily candle is not closed just yet. So tomorrow, what are we looking at? Tomorrow is do we close below this area? Yes or no? If it closes below this area, most likely retesting of this 8,950 area. If it doesn't happen already tonight, of course. Do I think that it will break? I don't think it will break just yet. Maybe wick down a little bit, but I don't think it's gonna. Like I said, the traditional market still has some rotations to be going, so I don't think it will be breaking yet. Obviously, I'm not gonna long or anything like that. I'll just be holding my close just now. My short. I mean, my short just now. Where am I aiming my short? Well, like I've been saying the past 3-4 weeks. I don't know how long it's been. A long time. Yeah, most likely around the 8.6, 8.5, 8.6K area is what I am expecting that we are gonna go through. Maybe a quick look at the weekly, because that one is quite important as well. So like I've said, when the Stokes are doing something like this on the weekly, I never go against it. Like it's just, it never happened before that we are going into a bull run, right? And then this is the most important one. This is not confirmed just yet because the weekly has not closed just yet, right? But right now we are under the EMA, and then if this confirms by Monday, basically when the weekly closes, then this is most likely going to be confirmed as a rejection, and then we made a lower high once again, and then you've guessed it. then this is going to be a lot more pain than most people will be expecting. So yeah, points of reversal, right? So we've discussed that for a while already. Do I think that 8.5, 8.6K is going to be our reversal pattern? Well, it's possible, right? Everything is possible, but I still don't see I mean, we'll have to see how price reacts there, but yeah, I don't think that will be a reversal pattern just yet at that point and time as well. So, but let's see. That's still a very, very long way to go, right? So we'll figure it out. But yeah, I think that concludes everything for today. Like I said, this close was horrible. This close was horrible for the short term as well. Below that 9,080 confirms most likely continuation towards the downside. Where am I expecting it? 8,950. around this CN line is most likely where we're gonna be heading in the next couple of maybe hours. That's basically where I'm expecting. Small bounce most likely from there, and then we'll figure it out, right? I'm not a perma bear. To be honest, Tina, I don't think we'll be seeing 3.5k again. Do I think that we'll get to like maybe like 6k ish area? Maybe 6.5k. Is 6.4 or 6.5k? That's a beautiful number. I think that's a very beautiful number. Or 6.1k or something like that. Why not? Why not? Why not? Yeah, I think gold is going to be having a small pullback as well. So that's the reason why. That's the reason why my whole portfolio is actually currently basically everything is in a short right now. My whole portfolio is basically everything is pretty much in a short right now. So I'm just looking at this for gold right now. It's still quite constructive right now, but it's starting to show some form of divergences as well on the daily, as well as you can see here, this point to this point, bearish divergence from this point to from this point to this point, and then we can see on the RSI here, here this one. Oh no, sorry, no divergences, sorry, my mistake, no divergences, but it looks very toppy as well. So I do think that we'll have a pullback as well on that end. Yeah, so yeah, pretty much everything, to be honest. I think that we will have a pullback on pretty much everything. A little pullback, just a little pullback. Things will be all right, guys. Things will be all right. Don't worry too much about it. No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna just keep my short, Roop. I'm just gonna keep my short. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not longing. I'm not longing in. I'm not longing. I'm not going to against the counter trend until I see like some big support levels. Like for example, the only reason why I would be longing on 8.5 is because I do see that there's like a lot of support on that area, and we have potential to be building a lot of daily divergences on the RSI. That's the only reason why I would be counter trending. Also here, RSI, as you can see, we've been monitoring this channel basically, right? So as you can see here, this is not a good break. So we were watching this channel towards the downside, if we go up or not, but as you can see here, it's going down. But yes, why is it going down? The hash ribbons just printed a buy. Why is it going down? Why is it going down? Hash ribbons buy. We are going to the moon. Or maybe not. Or maybe not. Yes, Roop. I'll most likely enter a long around the 8.5k area. That's a nice confluent area. I do think that that it will be good or lower. I mean, low risk to be longing on the 8.5k area. I think that would be fine, but it's still a while to go before we get there. So we'll see. We'll see when it gets there, right? So anything else that I wanted to show you? Well, the Ichimoku cloud. As I told you, since yesterday we broke down and below the Ichimoku clouds, and yeah. The rest is history, right? I told you guys have to be looking at it on the ADX. Clearly, I told you guys, right? So when the red and the green is going to be diverging from each other, that's when we will see some action. But as you can see right now, the ADX, the white line is not it's not very high, as you can see. It's not very high. So the big move has not happened just yet. That's just basically what it means. The big move has not happened yet. We still have a serious big move, most likely coming maybe next week or something like that. But the big move has not happened just yet. But we can clearly see that the bears are in command and fully in command right now, right? I would not. I would not do anything right now. Rip Van Winkle. I think it's too dangerous to right now go into a short, because it's possible that we bounce back up from this spot here a little bit, not that much. I don't think that much. Reshorting the bounce, that would be okay, I guess. That would be okay. But I would wait for a bounce. Don't just go blindly shorting into anything. That's just FOMO, right? Don't worry so much about missing out on a position. There's plenty of more positions that you can make in the next day, couple of days, or something like that. Make your plan first, rather than FOMOing into a position. Like I said, the plan that you have to be making is way more important than anything else, to be honest. And then follow your plan. Stick to your plan. that's also very important. Like I said, I rarely move away from my plan or change my anything like that. So, anyways, yeah, I guess that's it for today. I know Constant is still bullish. I know MA63 is still bullish. But let's see, and let's see in a couple more weeks how bullish we still are when Bitcoin is like in the 8,000 area. But we'll see when we get there. That is still my opinion. I still think we will have a pullback first before anything, right? But yeah, short term, I think continuation towards the downside, to be honest. Continuation towards the downside. Where do I see a bounce? Like I said, most likely around this below in the 9K area, around this CN EMA 100. But yeah, we'll follow up tomorrow, and we'll see if things work out, yes or no, or we get stopped out of our position again. Just kidding. I don't think it's gonna move $300. Well, who knows? Crazier things have happened, right? Crazier things have happened. Okay, let's see how things go. Talk to you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. And yeah, 7:30 p.m. UTC +8. Hope to see you again tomorrow on Friday. And until tomorrow, please stay home, stay safe, and of course, stay COVID free.